Hey, what's happening to you guys? Pyros here and welcome back to another video. So we have two things to talk about. I don't want to make two videos for it. I just want to kind of just focus on just bringing the two topics into one video. The first one is focusing on the Twitch streamer known as fucking hell, I just said her name before. Alinity, I think that's her name. Alinity, I'm not doing a retake. Alinity. And pretty much what she did in her stream is that she did two things. First of all, she picked up her cat and threw it over her head as if it was a big pillow, whatever the case may be. And she also fed the cat vodka. Now we don't know the amount of vodka she actually fed the cat. To me, it just felt like she had some vodka remains in her mouth and she just kissed the cat and the cat got vodka in her face. But whatever. The biggest, obviously, offense I think most people are recognizing is the fact that she picked up her cat and threw it over her head while she was pissed out because the cat came on her keyboard or something like that while she was playing. I think, was it Apex? I have no idea. So, what I want to talk about today is just the clear bias that Twitch has towards women, because I know a lot of people hate when guys talk about the bias that Twitch has for women, because every time a guy complains that Twitch is treating women kind of a little bit favorable, a lot of people try to jump in and say that, oh, you're just being a misogynistic bastard, you're just being a piece of shit, a beta, an incel, and all that stuff. Now, that's not the case, because what actually made things a little bit more interesting is that Keemstar actually posted a tweet video in which he showcased a streamer last year who had a catfish in his hand. It jumped out and he got banned for it, and I don't know how long it took for the ban to take place, but it actually happened. Now, Alinity picked up a living cat, big ass cat, I don't know how big the cat is, and she threw it over her head. Now, this has reached a massive outrage. It got Peter's attention, and Peter's actually urging Twitch to ban her from the platform. She's still on the platform. I mean, at this point, you have to just admit to yourself that Twitch has a massive bias towards women, which makes sense when you really think about it, because Twitch knows what's making them most of the money, I guess, for the most part. Gaming, as much as people like to say gaming is very divisive between male and female, predominantly it is a male market for the most part. I mean, women do play video games. I'm not saying that they don't exist, never I'm saying that, but I'm not saying that at all, but for the most part it is men that do play mostly the video games. And when you have females represented and being shown on the face of Twitch for the most part doing a lot of scandalous stuff, let's face it, we do see that a lot on Twitch. Of course, all the guys, mostly young teenagers, who don't seem to understand that the internet exists. This is where I'm really getting confused. Actually, not really confused anymore. I think this makes actually a lot of sense when you really think about it. Obviously, we have the internet, they can see boobs, they can see whatever they want to see, but the thing is that with those type of people, you know what I'm trying to say, they seem far too inaccessible. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're just getting destroyed, so they don't seem favorable anymore. But on Twitch, all these girls actually seem like realistic people that they can actually meet in real life. So I guess that idea of seeing a really super hot girl playing video games is enticing. I will say that. That's all I'm gonna say. So very interesting to see that the bias of Twitch is real. It is real, it is undeniable, and at this point I think Twitch needs to be held accountable for this, because if they're willing to ban guys for doing certain things, especially when we have a guy who got banned because his catfish jumped out of his hand, so obviously Twitch banned him because it felt like the message was that take your fish out and put them in danger. Whereas we have Alinity here who picked up her cat and threw it over her head, and we know kids are very fucking impressionable. Like, it doesn't matter what you may say, everybody has some small responsibility when you become an influencer, and to show that they need to ban her. Personally, I feel they need to ban her to display to everyone that they are not a biased group of organization. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? I don't know, there's no one to blame here. Like, you can't blame the guys who are desperately trying to get the attention of this girl, knowing fully well that they'll never get the attention of this girl. But at the same time, Twitch needs to show that they are equal and they'll treat everyone equally, because not only this also affects a lot of the girls who do just genuinely play video games. I mean, people can be fucking stupid. Some people are really fucking stupid when you really think about it. They are incapable of differentiating between girls who actually play the game, who know the game, who are part of the gaming culture, with girls who are on Twitch for the sole purpose of being whatever you want to call them. I'm not gonna give them any names. It's up to you. You know what I'm talking about. You know, the ones that shake their asses and do the oopsie, I'm showing my cleavage. You know what I mean. So yeah, the Twitch thing was very interesting, and I'm very interested to see how that's gonna play out. If Twitch doesn't ban her in the next week or so, in the next coming week, it just proves it. But anyways, the next thing I want to talk about is the Smash community. Smash community are filled with a bunch of races. Like, it is fucking amazing. So if you guys remember that girl a while back that beat Ali, was it Bocchi? She has a weird name, Bocchi. She used Isabel and she beat Ali. Ali is a very professional Smash player who recently was something. This is so funny. The Smash community is something else. So this Ali person was kind of found to be a fucking pedophile. So he pretty much resigned from the Smash community because of the outing of him being a pedophile. But anyways, this girl Bocchi was found to be using the N-word, and I'm talking about the hard ER N-word. And she even made a reference to saying lynch all the N-words. Now, I see a lot of people, this is where it really pisses me off. Like, the N-word of itself is always something that kind of pisses me off, but it is the people who are defending her, calling it edgy content. Now, I might have to say this, and I don't know how this word is going to offend people, but I just have to say it the way I want to say it. When I was a teenager, I'm pretty fucking sure I wasn't this retarded. I'm pretty fucking sure that I wasn't this fucking stupid. Every time someone does something incredibly, disgusting, racist, or something despicable, people are always trying to justify it as, oh, they're just a teenager, they're learning. I was a teenager, and I'm pretty fucking sure I didn't make any horrific jokes about any ethnicity. I didn't make jokes about the Jews, I didn't make jokes about the Asians, I didn't make jokes about the... Yeah, no, I can definitely say I didn't make any jokes about the whites as well. But, yeah, no, like, that's the thing that pisses me off. They're trying to mitigate the effects of her words because she's just a 15-year-old girl. I mean, at 15 years old, you would assume that you would have the common sense and the mental capacity to understand the words that she's saying. I mean, she's able to spell it. Do you know what I mean? She's able to spell lynch. She's able to spell hate. She's able to spell niggers. She should be able to just know that these things don't fly. And obviously she knew the implications of those words. That's why she said it. And even if she's trying to create an edgy joke, it's not edgy. A lot of people like to give the pass that, oh, if you're telling jokes, you have the freedom to say whatever you want. And if people don't get the jokes, that's their fault. But it's like, if no one's laughing, then your joke is not a joke, and it's a statement, and you're fucking stupid for saying it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I get it. So people think comedy has no boundaries, but I feel like that depends. That really depends. People like to, I don't know. Well, no, I think that what really pisses me off is people trying to defend her, try to call it an edgy joke, but I'm pretty fucking sure that most teenagers are not that fucking stupid. I mean, we make TV shows of teenagers being fucking smart. Like, we try to uplift them, show the intellectual powers of these teenagers when they have certain situations thrown at them. But then when we have a teenager doing something stupid, we're not holding her accountable for the words. Like, wow. And it's funny because I made a video defending this girl. That's what's pissing me off a little bit. It's like, I defended her because the Smash community came at her throat when she beat a professional player, which also was really fucked up. But now that I see what her character is like, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's like, the fuck? The Smash community is consistently just producing racism. Not racism, sorry. Racist. Like, every time a Smash community, I'm sorry, I'm just butchering my words today. Every time we have a Smash player who comes up, does really well, becomes pro, they always have to have a scandal. Either they say something racist, or they say something horrific, or whatever. It's always something. If it's not that, then they're a fucking pedo. Like, Oh, I don't know. I'm thinking of, maybe I'm thinking of the sorry, I had to look down at my mic because I thought I can turn this thing on. I was gonna be pissed. Maybe, what was I saying? Yeah, it's either they're not fucking saying something, offensive, or they're pretty much discovered as a pedo. Now I don't know if I'm thinking about the Smash community or the Pokemon community, but there's a lot of weirdos in the Nintendo community as a whole. That's concerning because a lot of kids. I know I'm not even gonna get into that, but point is that it's ridiculous. I don't like people defending this girl for what she said. I don't want her to be witch hunted as well, but it's like that's not a good example to be setting. Every fucking time a teenager says something, clearly offensive, and we can see them in the tweets. She didn't say it once, twice, thrice. She said it 4 times. Oh no, come on guys, she's just a teenager, she doesn't know what she's saying. Yeah, fucking hell, I'm pretty fucking sure if I go up to a school and say, I'm gonna shoot up the school, they're not gonna be saying, oh, he's just a teenager trying to get some attention, trying to be edgy. My ass is gonna be thrown in a jail for saying that. There is consequences to the words that you use, and we're not teaching that to her. So when is she gonna learn? When she's 21, 22? Oh yeah, I'm gonna learn it now. No. If it was a 10-year-old child, that's a little bit different. Maybe 9, maybe 7, because at that point I think that they're just mimicking what their parents or what someone older is saying. But when you're 13 going up to 18, in that period you're supposed to be a little bit more competent, a little bit more wiser, just a little bit smarter to know that what you can and can't say. But whatever, it's ridiculous. I just want to talk about it. So yeah, the whole Alinity thing is very interesting because it just exposes Twitch's hypocrisy and their bias towards women, and just overall just this whole thing's a fucking mess. And the whole Bocchi thing, and the whole consistently finding racist Smash players is also weird as well. And the Smash community likes to paint themselves as this community of everyone gets to, well, I mean, it is true, everyone does come together to play a game, but at the same time it's like, yeah. But anyways, let me know what you guys think of these 2 events. I think the Bocchi one, the racist thing, was a lot older, but yeah, still let me know what you guys think. I'm Pyros, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.